Hey, how's it going, everybody? My name is Jason. This is Art of Creation Homestead, and we're out here this morning to do our weekly devotional. Okay, so again, thank you guys for tuning in. Thank you so much for being faithful to these devotionals, especially. I enjoy doing them. I hope everybody gets a blessing from them. And so again, if you have comments, praise reports, prayer requests, please leave them in the comment section below. We'd love to hear from you and pray for you. Now, I've got a story for you. I can't remember back when I was in high school, senior in high school. Okay, so we're looking at the year 2000, and I played high school baseball for 3 out of my 4 years. Played baseball my whole life growing up, and so we were taking batting practice, and I was hitting the ball well. I mean, every swing was a line drive in left center field. It was good, and I was frustrated. I'm talking to myself. This is what I do. I talk to myself. I'm like, I'm arguing with myself, calling myself stupid, whatever. I don't know, but just absolutely arguing with myself because every swing wasn't better. And my coach stopped and said, "What are you doing? Hey, what are you doing? What's wrong with you? You're the only person I know who can hit every swing will be a line drive like that and not be happy. Why is that?" Because in my mind, I wanted a home run out of every swing. Every swing had to be a home run, and or something at least better than what I was doing. And so I had something smart I could say to him, and just move along, But the reality of it is that I felt, first of all, that I had to do better to get on the field because we had a really good team. I wasn't a bad player, but we had a really good team, so I didn't get on the field very much. And I just felt like I had to do something perfect to get on the field and to impress somebody or whatever. But no matter what, I've always felt like I've had to do something perfect. This situation is just a metaphor for how I do things. And it was that way playing video games as a child. I was that way doing everything. Is that everything had to be perfect. If it wasn't the absolute best, then it wasn't done right. And I'm still that way to a large extent. But that idea carries over into a lot of other things in life. It's not a bad thing necessarily to want to do your best. It's not a bad thing to want to strive to be good at something. That's not what this is about. But this whole I can do better idea that I constantly find myself in, and that I bet other people find themselves in as well, is a little tough. I don't know how many times that I've done this. I mean, but I find myself doing it all the time. Like, so we've harvested something, or we've done something, or I've done something. It doesn't matter what the situation may be exactly, but I'll just say, it's okay, but I can do better. Well, sometimes it's not always dependent on you. Sometimes you've reached the max for your skill set. It's like if I were to go out there right now and try to dunk a basketball, I'm not even close. Now, when I was 18, I could go dunk a basketball. But right now, 21 years later, it's not happening. It's not even close. But if I were to go out there and try that and barely touch the net on the basketball goal, then like, if I were to stop and say, well, I could do better. No, you probably can't now, bub. It's not happening. My skill set is gone. that point of my athleticism is gone. And but there's all kinds of things that we can do and say, well, I can do better. And what that does, honestly, and some things, it downplays maybe God's blessing in your life. Maybe God has blessed you with something that maybe not be the most crazy, valuable, perfect thing ever, but it's good, and it's good for what He wants you to have. But yet, you're going to sit there and say, well, yeah, but it's not good enough. It's not good enough. Which is terrible to say about what God has wanted you to have. I do that stuff when we harvest things. Like, if I think it's not that what we've harvested could be better, or maybe I didn't do my part, I'm gonna say, oh well, yeah, but I can do better. We can do better. Which, okay, maybe we didn't do our best, but God has blessed us so much, that to say it's never, that you can always do better, or that it's never good enough, it's really a slap in the face to God. Paul wrote in Philippians 4, verse 11 through 13. He said, "I am not saying this because I am in need, for I have learned to be content, whatever the circumstances. I know what it is to be in need. I know what it is to have plenty. I have learned the secret of being content in any and every situation, whether well fed or hungry, whether living in plenty or in want. For I can do everything through Him who gives me strength." I've learned the secret to being content in every situation, whether he's got a lot or whether he's got a little. I've learned to be content, whatever the circumstances. Being content with what God has given you is a secret, because we're told to want more. We're told to do more. We're told that every swing should be a home run, or it's not good enough. And that's a works-based mentality that God never designed. God never designed for us to earn something by our works. He's designed to give us stuff by His grace. Does that mean we should sit around and be lazy? No, that's not what I'm saying. But God said, hey, well, I want your heart. You do your best. And whatever turns out, it's what I want you to have, and it's for your best. He doesn't want you to be lazy. And He does want you to work. He's been very clear about that. But He wants your heart. He wants you to do your best. And He wants you to rely on Him. And whatever He chooses is for your best. And it's good. It's good. It's not, you can do better. It's good. God's that way. God loves us that way. He cares for us that way. He takes care of our needs. He does what we need. He does what we need. He takes care of us so much. And I found that we do get caught up in that works-based mentality where it's all about what I can do and how much I can do. And God wants grace, not works. But yet, then we'll sit there and say, well, I will say, how about this? Well, I've got Ephesians 5, be an imitator of God. That's, well, I got to imitate God. Well, I got to be perfect. But you're not going to be. But you're not going to be. So, I've lived my life with this idea here in the last 20 years that if I strive for perfection, when I fall short, because I'm going to fall short, then I reach excellence, And I don't know if I heard that from a high school coach or whatever, because later in my life I found out that was a Vince Lombardi type quote. That maybe it wasn't that exactly, but that was something he had said. And so maybe I heard that from somewhere, I don't know. But that's what I've been living, is that I strive for perfection. When I fall short, I'll reach excellence. And that's not a bad thing to do necessarily, but you got to realize you're going to fall short. And it's going to have to be okay when you do. It's going to be okay. It's going to have to be okay when you fall short. If not, then you're going to have larger issues on your hands, because you're going to fall short. You're human. But again, I'll sit there and, well, I got to be an imitator of God, Ephesians 5:1. Or Jesus said, be holy because I'm holy. Or, something else that we can twist into making a works-based idea. So if my faith is works-based, then everything's works-based. Because my faith is centered to what we do, to what I do. And so then that leaks over into everything I do in life, being, I can do better, I can do better, I can do better. And it's okay to say you can do better if you know you messed up when you sinned, or you're just falling short in some manner. It's okay to say I can do better and expect better of yourself. But it's not okay to take God's blessings and say they can be better because I can be better. Well, I can do better, I can do better. Not every swing is going to be a home run. A line drive in the left field is just as good. I know in baseball that maybe everybody's gonna understand this term, but that's why I'm seeing. I know in baseball, a home run's flashy. A home run is what everybody wants to see, and it makes everybody feel good. But sometimes a line drive in the left field just gets the job done, and that's all you need is just to get the job done. And get it done well. It does a good job at it. So there it is. You know, don't be hard on yourself. I can be hard on myself. I can do better. I can do better. I can do better. I can do better. Maybe. Look, it's good when you're facing your faith. It's good when you failed, when you sinned, and say, "Hey, I can do better." It's good to expect better of yourself, and you should. But just going through your daily life and seeing the things that God has blessed you with, and expecting more of yourself, thinking that you did it when really it's just God anyways. That idea is really damaging to your faith in God, damaging to how you see yourself, and damaging into the way that you understand what you have, where it came from. So I would just encourage you today to not to be so hard on yourself, not to be works based. Trust in God. Know what your skill set is, so that you can know that sometimes your skill set just reaches its limits. To know that God has blessed you so much, and that you can't do better than what God's done for you, because God's done the best thing for you. So I thank you guys for watching so much. I love you guys. Thank you. Pray for you every day. My name is Jason. This is Art of Creation Homestead. God bless you and goodbye.